we have a alpha, and this is the first work of theirs that we get to read, called Cercelle or Cercelle. Unsure how to say the name. They also wrote with this one with somebody, but the other one is anonymous. Yeah, so this is the first work of theirs, and it is called Flea Circus. Flea Circus. I think this is the one that Howard mentioned that has like a bunch of extended log of let's see how much extended it is. Yeah, it is. Oof. It's a long one, but should be fine. Should be fine. I'm feeling okayish. I'm not feeling too sleepy yet. So let's just get to the Flea Circus. Euclid. Foundation Analytics bot IO vid will scan social media postings, local advertisements, and cellular communications for terms associated with SB2444. Upon confirming a manifestation, plain class operators with Mobile Task Force Psi-7 Home Improvement will deploy to interview vendors, recover instances of -1, amnesticize witnesses, and maintain perimeter security until the anomaly dematerializes. If SB2444 collapses into a extra-dimensional space, MTF Psi-7 will sever its link to maintain reality by demolishing the host structure. Instance of -1 will be transferred to Reliquary Psi-76 for research and storage in the low-risk inanimate objects warehouses. Full containment and analysis of -2 is not possible at this time. Description: SB2444 is a recurring physical manifestation which links mainline reality with extra-dimensional space. While active, SB2444 resembles an indoor flea market stocked with anonymous merchandise, designated instance of -1, and populated by vendors -2. SB2444 manifests approximately 2 to 7 times per day, appearing within abandoned residential and commercial structures across the continental United States and Canada. Less than 0.1% of people living within a reasonable distance of the manifestation will dream about SB2444 before it appears in physical space. Distance has a footnote that says, subjective to the affected individual. These dreams always involve exploring SB2444 in search of a specific object with sentimental value. If they locate that item, the dreamer may become physically entangled with the object or dream about transforming into merchandise. Though only a small number of individuals will experience this phenomenon, it will strongly predispose them towards visiting SB2444 and encourage others to do the same. Individuals within the bounds of SB2444 experience an altered state of consciousness similar to hypnagogic cognition. Footnote. The term describing the mental state between sleep and wakefulness. By the way, I'm just going to check something real quick. Here we go. Okay. Let's continue. Characteristics traits include impaired memory, diminished focus, and limited situational awareness. As a result, most witnesses are unlikely to recognize environmental shifts or local divergence from mainline reality until they exit SB2444's area of effect. Instances of -1 resemble objects commonly found in second-hand markets such as clothing, books, electronics, kitchenware, furniture, art, and memorabilia. However, all items are extra-dimensional in origin, as evidenced by significant deviations from logical norms. In most cases, cursory attempts have been made to conceal these anomalies, but unconventional traits remain obvious. For example, -1-18 is a denim jacket with all tags removed, 3 sleeves, 24-bit colors, and a patch that reads Bishgim. Okay. While the anomaly is active, instances of -2 will engage passing shoppers in conversation, advertise their wares, and conduct transactions via cash or barter. Footnote. To date, all vendors have declined payment by credit, citing processing fees. Instances are unwilling to talk about themselves at length and will dematerialize upon exiting the host structure. As a result, it is unclear whether -2 are extra-dimensional entities or local constructs. Foundation personnel approaching these individuals should exercise caution. A partial list of notable vendors and merchandise is as follows. Name given: Mi, Re, Do. I was like, Do, Re, Mi, Fa. No, probably not. Probably not, but it sounds very similar. Human male with a low-pitched voice, wears sunglasses and imitation leather jacket. Common items sold: disjunctive versions of pop culture memorabilia, including vinyl Bunko Pops, based on famous con artists Weird Lab Culture 5000, on Betre Video Disc, BVD, and Imperial Legion minis depicting goblins in high-tech armor. Okay. Paperback and hardcover books based on a representative sample: A Brief History of Stairs, Bloodletting for Dummies, 30 Ways to Skin a Cat, and Edison vs. Nintendo. Edison vs. Nintendo, the first console war. The details of these books diverge greatly from historical and factual facts. Many contain handwritten messages of the inner covers, indicating that they were a personal gift. Anomalous kitchenware such as non-Euclidean cutlery sets parts which only boil under observation in plastic tesseracts with airtight lids. Name given: Slug. Description: terrestrial gastropod equipped with one prosthetic arm and an external speech synthesizer. Travels in a wheelchair constructed from an arcade driving game. That's pretty badass though, gotta say. Slug, gotta say. Common items sold: counterfeit tokens. All appear to be low quality copies of coins produced by major arcade, casinos, and public transit agencies. Arranged by type and physical dimensions and denomination and destination. Magazines depicting a range of anachronistic technologies, including vacuum tube laptops, personal submersible recreational vehicles, intercontinental ballistic jetpacks, and virtual reality TV sets. Most issues are heavily worn, with featured items being circled and prices highlighted. Padded cartridges for the Dependo 64. A game console / undergarment for players suffering from nocturnal enuresis. Name given: George Oliver Ingrid. Tall humanoid male with black eyes, button nose, and plastic mustache. Wears a stovepipe, a hat, necktie, and a pinstripe suit. Colors and patterns change when colors break visual contact. Common items sold: imitation entertainment products, superb paper airplanes which immediately crash, inactivity books with a negative number of pages, and private peep, a brass goose which screams on eye contact with human. Just like a normal goose would. Men by Guys are action figures loosely modeled on Little Misters, Tiny Seniors, and Mr. Asian's Weed. Mr. Asian's Weed. Wait, Misters against Weed. Oh, okay, instead of gamers. Okay, it's Misters. Okay, gotcha. All are flawed, damaged, or otherwise incomplete. Stuffed animals stock includes Anderson Robotics mascot Finn Falcon, a heavily bandaged Awi Kawi, the interactive count phone sheep, and a serpent in a cannon. Full scale unknown. Hey, some of these things sound pretty dope too, I gotta say. Signs, prints, and keychains dedicated to anomalous media such as Raising Danny, Mobile Task Force EX, and Homestuck. Name given: All GNU animatronic. Humanoid automaton of unknown manufacture. Wears a partial anthropomorphic costume with stylized undulate features. Five Nights at Foundation. Common items sold: open source prosthetics, VAT-grown organs, agnostic circuitry for post-demonic hardware, and wet lumps of mortal clay. Chipped ceramic drink where each item contains a wireless transducer which provides synthetics with sensory stimuli. Aesthetic range from functional, a beer stein labeled beer, to fanciful, Neunput first brewed coffee.exe. Social mask appropriate for business hours, family gatherings, fan conventions, and Self-deceptions, okay. Name given, Aquila, daughter of Tutu, favorite of Neve. I mean, Neve makes sense to me, but I'm not sure if I ever heard of Aquila. Maybe Tutu? Maybe? Sphinx with feline anatomy similar to Puma concolor, commonly known as the cougar. Ball with a gray-brown fur coat, frequently seen smoking. That's where I would go to buy some stuff. Secondhand clothing offered free to anyone who can answer the 3 riddles. Most items are stained, torn, and or masticated. I still will go there. 3-headed dog collars. I see. N-dimensional hamster wheels and narrative enclosure for passive infowars. Vinyl records stacked in milk cartons. Selection includes shanties by 1 and 20 boatswain, popularly punk by Flinch. Oh god, Century. Oh god. Is that supposed to be like 1,000? I forgot. I keep forgetting what L is. And then it's 32. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, because like century is 100. Blech, I'm dumb. And L is L is 50. That makes sense now. Yeah. Gnomish rap by Lustria, rhymes and folk tonica by First Time on the Gallows. Cat ear, knuckle duster, folding knives, sickle swords, pepper spray, single brick, and Chekhov's gun. Recently fired. Okay. Again, I would go to her. I'd be like, yeah, okay, let me see if I can answer your riddles. And then buy some stuff off you. Name given, rare flight. Asymmetrical biped comprised of 2D shapes and 3D primitives rendered in shifting oils. L is 50, yep. I keep forgetting that. Because I know like most of the Roman letters are like actually like, you know, like the C is century and M is millennia and all that stuff. So that's a thing like that. But I keep forgetting what L is. Rendered in shifting oils. An artist palette with synthetic pigments: mulberry red, tangerine, lemon, yellow, mint, periwinkle blue, grape, black chocolate, and sea salt. Neon green signature composed of freestanding phosphorants. These are physically insubstantial but can still be picked up and placed at will. Conceptual caricature portraits subjects are always recognizable, even in case of advanced abstractions. Infinite canvas linked to a slate gray tablet powered by an electric blue stylus. Name given 11 wristwatches. Description: human male misaligned with local time. Common item sold. Fat. Come on. You won't buy fat off me, right? Oh, there's more. Name given: Either lawn. Description: humanoid. Teeth. Common item sold. 3 brochures for Sweeter Dreams Inc., which is this. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is necessary for us to read, right? A company constructing comfortable conceptual condominiums in the collective unconsciousness. Dapple, Genoid, and Bushberry smartphones. Gynoid and Bushberry smartphones. Most units are preloaded with an anomalous application called Headspace, which allows you to do commission custom dreams. I think we know which one that is. Oh no, never mind. Set top boxes and satellite dishes with conspicuous Oneroi branding. That one we should know. I heard of Oneroi, but I forgot which one. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Claims of being able to being able to send and receive dreams cannot be verified as the devices do not function at all. Name given, yours. The description, the shadow of doubt. Comments himself, upvotes, downvotes, swing votes, spring toads, and toy boats. First memory, 3 chemistry, lost photograph, found harmony. A personal guarantee, if you can dream it, you can do it. All recurring instances of -2 are to be recorded in the extended log of SB244 vendors, which we're going to read. Discovery SB2444 became known to the Foundation during an unrelated field operation in 1999 when multiple MDF agents gotta break my back real quick. Oh. Henry, sorry, you gotta move a little bit. Okay. Okay. Sorry, let's see here. Known as the Foundation, when multiple MDF agents report shared dreams of an anomalous market and tracked its location using physical landmarks. Since then, Site 76 researchers have confirmed evidence of manifestations dating back to the early 1960s. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Whew. The following passage has always been displayed as a hanging banner over SB2444's entrance. Take what you need when you're done. Do not throw away. Please divide your things among your friends. We're worthy of being loved to. Okay, now we get the extended log, which is going to take us a little bit of time, as you can see here. It definitely will take us some time. This is extended log of recurring vendors found within SCP-2444. New entries are to be added using the template below. Show template. So discovered by name given description common item sold. Okay. Discovered by Field Agent Viatanen. Name given Karen. Description female California condor. Gymnogyps californianus communicates using a portable text-to-speech device that operates using its toes. Both wings appear to have suffered severe bone fractures in the past, which have healed improperly, greatly limiting its flight capability. You're going to leave because you're falling. Yeah, no, that's fair. I'll see you next weekend. Sleep well. That was with you. Bye bye. Unpackaged strips of beef jerky, a large piece of dry wood inscribed with unknown writing. Despite claiming that the item is for sale, the vendor ignores all attempts to purchase it or further question about the item or its price. Attempts to touch the object causes the vendor to become severely agitated. Small wooden cross, each with a roughly cross-shaped mass of living muscle tissue stable to it. Genetic testing indicates that the tissue is sourced from various coyotes, Canis laterans. Empty sheets of white A4 paper. Sheets are frequently stained with dirt, ink, dust, or engine oil. Name given? None. Female human of Inuit descent, aged approximately 7 to 8, has an extraneous arm beginning from the left elbow, covered in burn scars appearing chemical in nature. Frequently indicates that her position as a vendor is temporary and that she is waiting for an individual in position of authority over her to replace her, and this individual has forbidden her from stating her name or the name of this individual. Fluent in Inuktitut, French, Russian, and English. And speak, I almost said. Yeah, she's fluent in speak. Common items sold. Postcards depicting various locations in unknown city. Images most commonly depicted decrepit buildings from a large variety of cultures and architectural styles, being consumed by living tissue, as well as tall spires and cigarettes consisting of similar tissue underneath rose-colored skies. All postcards are labeled in as of yet untranslated language. Large bags of dog food, most of which either match no known brand or match brands which are discontinued. Live moon jellyfish, Aurelia aurita, stored in a large water-filled glass jar. Vendor will occasionally remove a jellyfish from the jar and inspect it, before either returning to the jar, throwing it onto the ground and stomping on it or consuming it. Various unlabeled pills, a vast majority of which are either inert or contain varying dosages of various types of androgenic anabolic steroids, both known and unknown. Caesar, Calvin, Callum, freely alternates between these names. Automaton constructed out of various often depicted decrepit computer parts assembled around a human frame. Truly poorly modified to include imagery associated with the steampunk subculture of or the Church of the Broken God, or here it comes again. Heavily damaged screwdrivers seems some unusable. Various instruction manuals for electronic devices, most of which are unreadable due to the large amount of apparent translation errors, and most of which contain subtle mimetic agents meant to induce admiration to the electronics industry. The function of most of the devices depicted in these manuals is unknown. Instance of SCP-2534 sold as the collector's item. Mr. Jeffers, animate humanoid mass of lint wearing a sky suit, gloves, and a beanie in a large black sunglasses, claims that Mr. Jeffers is a pseudonym but refuses to elaborate on its reason to not reveal its full name. Various items of clothing, often disproportionately sized for human and Tipper fans. And we have Charlotte, female human of unknown descent, suffering from generalized hypertrichosis, speaks with a British accent. Glass bottles containing various types of juice and soda, with most branding indicating products found nowhere in baseline reality. All bottles have been opened, emptied, refilled with a different liquid than the branding would indicate, and then resealed before sale. Most are contaminated with various bacterial pathogens. Ew. Various severely rusted metal objects, various potted houseplants, most matching no known terrestrial species, are all in poor health. Dr. Garcia, Unit 5, Charlie. Oh, okay, discovered by Dr. Garcia, sorry. This was all discovered by Field Agent Viatanen. Now we have Dr. Garcia discovering some. Name given, Unit 5, Charlie 3, 7 Victor Tango. Redacted for brevity. Full name appears to consist of several thousand words. Oh god damn. Hovering bluish iridescent sphere composed of an unknown ceramic-like material. Approximately 88 centimeters in diameter. Occasionally, emits sounds that resemble electrostatic crackling. Communicates by generating pulses of directed heat that produce burn marks on nearby solid surfaces. Those marks taking the form of machine-readable barcodes. Common items sold: hexagonal glass vials of various fluids, including anhydrous ammonia, salt water in various concentrations, and 1-methyl naphthalene. Cubic blocks of bismuth metal. Discs of metal chemically identical to copper, iridium, but composed of antimatter stored in appropriately shielded container. And live squirrels, of course. Discovered by error, field contemporarily anchored. Name given Martin Cooper, a humanoid in a hazmat suit of unknown make and model connected to an oxygen tank and rebreather, all of which are seemingly military grade. The hood has a clear section around the eyes, but is obscured by what he claims as dry bodily fluids. Subject will not elaborate on why he's wearing the suit and refuses to take it off. Jars containing preservation fluid and DNA from several species of fish, highly worn Geiger counter, handheld sprayers filled with either hydrochloric acid or gasoline, small knives. Name given NA, a coin-operated robotic arm with display used to pick out items on the table that it seems to identify using barcodes on each product. Becomes hostile when items are taken without payment. Common items sold: melted ice cream sandwiches, exact because of a single $1 bill, notably costs $2. $2. Dead powdered corn stalks, human hair matching no known humans, preserved in amber. Genetic analysis of the hair indicates that all of it has alopecia, or is it alopecia? Discovered by field researcher Hansen. I want to say field agent and researcher in the same time, so I just went field agent. Name given: antimatter concept analogous to aged. Monolithic structure composed of what appears to be a worn stone, with black markings covering most of the vendor's surface. Vendor's body is cracked and markings are usually worn or otherwise obscured. Communicates solely with cognitive hazardous symbols drawn on a sheet of paper by unknown means. Common items sold: bladed implements apparently intended to be used as weapons. All incorporate non-Euclidean geometry in design and cannot be used by humanoid organisms without inflicting grievous physical harm to the wielder, usually corroded or otherwise damaged. Unknown conceptual item, trigger or purpose not disclosed by vendor. Worn paper boxes filled with card stock pieces. Pieces display unknown cognitive hazards apparently intended for pain relief. Glass bottles filled with preserved maggots. Uncooked pizza slices frozen. Discovered field agent Vitanen. Okay, Vitanen again. Charles Anne Zavisiat, a suit of 19th century heavy diving gear which constantly leaks small amount of water. Inhabited by at least 3 separate conscious entities capable of speech. Charles speaks with a slight American Southern accent, with his voice originating from the helmet of the diving gear, as the only one to sell items and answer questions about merchandise. Anne speaks with an accentless female voice originating from the right forearm of the diving gear, and speaks mostly to the other consciousness, only speaking to others about matters not concerning merchandise, such as answering questions about directions or given life or relationship advice. Saw Viziat speaks with a loud androgynous voice with a heavy accent of unknown origin. Its voice originating from the left thigh of the diving gear. It generally remains quiet or mumbles incoherently, only speaking during rare occasions, including when individuals attempt to haggle or steal merchandise. A fourth entity, Alan, has been referred to but never spoken, and its existence has not been confirmed. And the items: sold decorative concrete starfish, extreme sports magazines, several describing sports unknown to baseline reality, often utilizing equipment of unknown functions or purpose. Many of these magazines show water damage. Fishing poles, sea monkeys, brand brine shrimp, Artemia salina, intended to be kept as novelty aquarium pets. Instances develop normally until approximately 25 to 31 days after hatching, after which they all cluster together in groups of 5, emit small amounts of smoke, and then expire from severe cerebral hemorrhaging. Oh, the smoke we actually 1425, huh? Let me see, 1425. Yes, yeah, okay. The book that makes you dream come true, but then like some smoke comes out of your body. I remember that one. Name given: Annelies Edelfeld. Oh, it's Edelfeld. Edelfeld appears to be a human female of African descent, while Anneliese appears to be a human female of of Slavic descent. Swarmed by a large amount of moths of unknown species, the vendor does not appear inconvenienced by this, despite the moths often covering her face or hands. Vendors are locked together due to a sharing stand and merchandise. Collections of taxidermied butterflies, several of which match no known terrestrial species. Mattresses. Sleeping on them causes the sleeper to show various signs commonly associated with nightmares, such as movement and vocalization throughout the sleep cycle. But all sleepers who have been allowed to wake up on their own have reported no memories of any dreams, as well as being unusually well rested. While sleepers who have been woken up by the external factors report persistent nightmares, no anomalies in the contents of these nightmares have been noted. Various notebooks and ledgers, most partially filled with incomprehensible writings of drawings of fractal shapes. Dry flowers, Edelfeld, occasionally attempt to consume these flowers before being playfully discouraged by Anneliese. Names inscribed directly onto the desk. Purchasing one of these names cause it to vanish from the surface of the desk, and all humans will know the buyer by the full name to be able to identify the buyer by the name purchased in addition to the previous name. It's like a name changer that you can buy in a couple of the games. Either you buy or you have to like ask. But yeah, in some video games, to get a name change is a bit more complicated. Sir Ephraim Jeremiah Adelforth III Esquire, an approximately 6.2 meter long red cephalopedian tentacle extending out of a black, roughly spherical spatial anomaly approximately 0.7 meters in diameter. When the voice originates from beyond the spatial anomaly and is slightly distorted. I love this. The flea market sounds awesome. Swords, knives, and various other bladed weapons. Vendor claims that these items are of great sentimental value to it, and is often reluctant to sell them. Single unpackaged matchsticks. Ow. Cast iron bowls and chalices. Small. Getting some. I can feel some heartburn coming. Small humanoids seemingly made out of flame, trapped within transparent glass balls. Entities do not react to outside stimuli, devoting most of their time to unsuccessful attempts to break the balls using their fists. Opening the balls causes the entity within to vanish. Skulls of unknown hominids. They're discovered by Field Agent Wilson, name given, I believe that's supposed to be Theta. Am I right? Wrong. An HP 15 brand laptop running Windows 10 OS operated by two robotic hands that terminate into wires that are plugged into the mouse and headphone ports. Communicates via opening WordPad and typing. Various broken sci-fi themed toys manufactured in the 1950s. Electronic magazines, the majority of which suffer from burn damage. Approximately 5,000 copies of the novel Do Endless Dream of Electric Sheep, all printed entirely in binary. Human skeletons composed of discarded computer components and copies of SB-1314. Field Agent Jet, Sergeant Major Corporeal Lieutenant Colonel. Sergeant Major Corporeal Lieutenant Colonel General, ordering of names varies. Male of British descent, wearing a heavy, tattered military uniform. Various firearms appear to be fused into the entity, causing it a great amount of distress and limiting its ability to speak. Various firearms which the entity pulls out of its body, approximately 82% of these firearms are instances of SB-127. Black and white photographs of humans in tattered military uniforms and formal wear being led through concrete tunnels by animate massive vegetation. Various types of ammunition, most corresponding to no known firearm. The corpse of a human male wearing a tattered military uniform. Cause of death varies greatly, with the most common cause being gunshot wounds, third-degree burns, crushing, and the petrification of internal organs. The vendors will occasionally caress this corpse and weep. Bars of chocolate resembling the kind of issued to US soldiers as rations. Plastic action figures of soldiers in military uniforms, a vast majority of which show non-human physiology, such as missing extraneous limbs or facial features. Pieces of scrap metal, most of which are inscribed with names. Purchasing one will cause the buyer to forget about all individual with the inscribed name. We have one discovered by Field Agent Ayane. Martin Chubelwitz, a single axolotl which is much larger than average, being 1 meter long and 35 centimeters tall. It appears to... Sorry for like digging my nose. There's an itch going on in there. It appears to float in the air through the means of an unknown mechanism. When asked about this, it only responds with magic. It communicates in English in an Australian accent, although it is unclear how speaking is achieved by it, as axolotls lack the necessary vocal cords to do so. Compilation books of Garfield comic strips, glass jars filled with various types of jellyfish, Valentine's Day carbon tentacle in appearance to SB-4095, but not retaining the original anomalous attributes, various paper maps of Nouakchott, the capital city of Mauritania, Candles that, when lit, give off a faint scent similar to that of lavender. Actually, I have a candle that has like the smell of a hot spring. I've been thinking of like, I should probably get it up here and light it here while making myself ready for bed, you know? Just to have a bit of like a nice smell before falling asleep. Discovered by Field Agent Evans, SCP-173. I would be high scared if 173 was just casually here like selling shit. A poorly remade concrete and rebar statue similar in design to SCP-173. Okay, sure, similar, okay. Would have been crazy if it actually was him. If it was that SCP completely, like, not a copy or anything like that. Noticeable differences include a small camera and control device, the inability to kill by snapping necks, and a voice which has been corresponding to the POI Dado. Dado Doya? Page, what is for the Dado? What is for... Well, there's a... Okay, yeah. Various types of nuts, including almonds, pistachios, peanuts being the main sold. Entirety of SB3220. Other products such as SB3521, parts of SB888-EX, and mainly various copies of SB4610. Field Agent found by Field Agent Fredrickson. Humphrey Dumphrey, a 2-meter tall animatronic figure of a vaguely human egg with a computer screen face. Its facial features and expressions are incredibly simple, with the exception of its eyes, which are highly detailed. It was a pair of green overalls, an alpine hat, and a pair of wooden clogs. Don't touch those clogs. Hard-boiled ostrich eggs, printed copy of the children's story Humpty Dumpty written in English. Kinda odd, but sure. A plush toy of the egg from the video game series Pokemon. Green ceramic penguins with blue chests. Printed pictures of chicken and duck eggs. This guy really likes eggs. Discovered by researcher Douglas. George Oliver Ingrid, a 2.5 meter tall white male with a creamy white stovepipe hat, purple tie, and white pinstripe suit. Design on suit and tie shows logos for various GOIs, and the logos on the suit seem to change every time it is back into line of sight. Facial features include beady black eyes, a small round nose, and a plastic toy-like mustache. No other hair is visible. Small plastic figures of the Little Misters by Dr. Von Taman. Stickers of the logo for Gamers Against Greed. Plushes of Finn the Falcon, mascot of Anderson Robotics. Posters for Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting. 2x5 paper cards with the words "Are we cool yet?" written in Sharpie. Okay, a bunch of like GOIs in here, which George Oliver Ingrid also is GOI. Groups of interest. It was discovered by researchers Wenson, Steve, and Alex, a humanoid figure resembling a Minecraft. Of course, Minecraft. Steve from Minecraft, Alex. God, my nose stop being itchy. It's annoying. Resembling Minecraft players in game avatar. The skin appears to be split down in the middle. Half of the skin is Steve's skin, with the other half being an Alex skin. Currency requested was in the form of raw materials or emeralds. Makes sense. A bootleg CD copy of the game Minecraft with an entity resembling SB4335 constantly follows the player around. 5 different pickaxes resembling ones from Minecraft, each made with a wooden handle and a different kind of material for the pick. Wood, stone, iron, gold, and diamond. Not resembling the dragon egg from Minecraft. Next to Aquila, this is probably the other stand you would find me. Even though I probably don't have diamonds and minerals to trade. Described by Dr. Growler, Zookeeper, a humanoid entity wearing an Agal Tharb, Seawall gloves and a smooth black material that covers the face and majority of the head. The vendor leaves no part of its body exposed. Occasionally, writhing can be seen under its seawall. The entity is unable to write save for the word zoo and zookeeper in English, or speak, but has a novice understanding of ASL. The render is very polite and has a bubbly personality, but has displayed delayed reaction time during transactions. A collection of pamphlets and placards railing various anomalous animals located in an unspecified zoo. A large portion of these animals match SCP entities in Foundation custody, with select few under Wilson's Wildfire Solution jurisdiction. Taxidermy creatures which do not resemble any species in the Foundation extended species catalog, any animal in the previously mentioned pamphlet, any cataloged or hypothesized SK bioorganism, or any organisms produced from SCP-1112-RU-3 experimentations. Each of the taxidermies are visually unique from one another. Instances of SCP-1420. Healthy adults seagulls wearing tags reading used vessel / steed. Occasionally a black amorphous entity protruding from a portal on a seagull back appears assisting the vendor. The entity speaks very highly of the vendor. Robotics and AI characteristics of Anderson Robotics products all exhibit corruption by EOI 26112715, but none exhibit possession symptoms typical of infection and are non-contagious. All AI display aggressive but non-violent personalities. We should be almost at the end. Yeah. Discovered by Field Agent Charles, Field Agent James, Dr. Luna Ludenberg, female human of European descent, dressed in a white lab coat, a pair of black boots, a pair of black goggles, black pleated dress pants, a pair of leather gloves, and a pin of the pride flag for transgender people. Subject spoke fluent English but had trouble speaking at points. Subject repeatedly claims to be a living example of the mad scientist archetype, but is noted as being socially anxious and apologizing often. Multiple pairs of bulletproof opera gloves. Subject produced gloves by removing leather gloves, revealing indefinite layers of removable opera gloves. Subject then produces a 6-shooter revolver hidden under the table and fires at removed gloves to show their ability. Subject then proceeds to offer potential buyer to put them on to test out the gloves. Multiple instances have been bought for Foundation. Fucking bulletproof gloves is always good. Multiple DVDs, CDs, cassettes, VHS tapes, and minimal records of media that either includes the involvement of subject or purport to be public domain. These include media known to be in public domain, such as Night of the Living Dead, and media still under the copyright, such as Spike Jonze first album and It's a Wonderful Life. A mechanical drone with a really good argument, engraved on both sides. I have to get water after this. When activated, the device began to float via conventional means. Drone that proceeded to cover itself in a black smoke that stays attached to make the appearance of a minute storm cloud. Machined them again, flashing purple electricity in a manner similar to a thunderstorm. A straight purple lightning bolt then hit F.A. Charles, rendering him stunned. Subject reassured F.A. James that the lightning was non-lethal. F.A. Charles then proceeded to leave the SB-2444 event to tell any civilians about the Foundation and the existence of anomalous phenomenon. Anyone not directly involved in the SB-2444 event were amnesticized, including F.A. Charles. I would like to point out that after this incident, I've been keeping tabs on Charles in his civilian life. He seems to have become politically active as an anarchist. This is strange to me, considering he voted for Trump last election. I have a feeling this Dr. Ludenberg is responsible for Field Agent James. Let's not go into detail with that one. That part at the end there. Dr. Avonlea, Agent Cooper. Oliver. Who are you, Oliver? Oliver, Shop of Curiosities. Yeah. Human male of unidentified descent with a slightly round body shape and a friendly demeanor, dressed in a vibrant white shirt, maroon overcoat, and black top hat, always seen carrying a cane in his right hand. An ornate pocketed watch, broken daggers, portrait of a woman with cats, dirty old smoking pipes, a pristine looking glass, a blood and bone compass, a picture of your family, the living my family. The living blunderbuss, glass butterflies, the timekeeper relic. Keith Crinkle, blacklisted. Isn't that... Oh, well, never mind. I didn't see shit. I looked up. I looked past here. Just to make sure that I don't... Because if I look over there, we should be fine. Oh my god, that was... I almost spoiled myself. An exceptionally tall humanoid entity between 2 and 3. Between 2 and 2.3 meters of unknown origin. Subject seems to be an elderly male of European descent with an extreme emaciated physical appearance. Subject wore a mud-stained, worn down standard attire, torn portions patched up on multiple parts by what appeared to be skin. Subject repeatedly refers to himself as Santa Claus and shows signs of visual distress when called by any other name or designation. However, the vendor's pass required to enter SCP-2444 shows the name Keith Kringle. Toys, especially dolls made up of human child corpses, expensive pieces have living children which cry when the string at the back attached to the spine is pulled. Severed body parts turned into Christmas-themed decorations. Multicolored blood-stained skeleton showpieces which the subjects refer to as gifts. Cans of sweet then expired human meat. Collection of outdated calendars. Keith Crinkle, later identified as SB-4666, was reported back to the Foundation. However, the entity managed to escape before the task force could arrive on site. Subject rental pass was confiscated and its name has since been blacklisted from SCP-2444's vendor records. Dr. Alexander Emily. They're like, yeah, we're not gonna let him back here. Oh, that was the last one. This was awesome. I'm always down for, like, you know, longer, like, either A, experiment logs or B, like, explanation logs like that, because it just adds so much more to it, right? Of course, sometimes it's gonna backfire because, like, you just sit there like, oh my god, it's so many things, and I understood after like 50, you just go like, okay, I get it. Every type of person can come here and sell their knickknacks. Don't matter if you are fictional or historical. You have a chance to build a booth and sell your goods, even if they don't make sense. But I like that one. That was fun. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get myself some water, and I'm actually gonna get the candle as well, so that I can then, after we stop streaming, I can then put it on. Yeah, be right back in.